Right, let's talk about Rapax version 1.1. And look, this isn't just some minor update with a few bug fixes. This is being framed as a complete transformation, a totally new way to think about running a network. So let's dive in and see what that actually means.
So why make such a big shift? Well, it all starts with some pretty familiar problems. First up, visibility gaps. You know the feeling, right? Something breaks, and you end up spending way more time just trying to figure out what happened than actually fixing the problem. Every minute you spend hunting is a minute the service is down.
Next, we've got a classic, and it's a painful one: institutional knowledge loss. We've all been there. That senior engineer, the one who knows all the network secrets and weird quirks, decides to retire or moves on. And just like that, decades of invaluable experience, that tribal knowledge, it just walks right out the door.
And the third major headache? It's just the sheer mind-boggling complexity of the networks we're running today. We're talking about these sprawling multi-vendor environments that are always growing, always changing. Honestly, they're getting way too complicated for our old-school tools to handle.
All of this really boils down to the one critical question that probably keeps a lot of managers up at night. How on earth do you keep up with all this growth and complexity without just having to hire more and more people?
Okay, so here's the big idea from Rapax. Instead of trying to build one single gigantic AI that does everything, they've created a team of specialized AI agents. It's a really interesting approach because it's designed to work just like a top-tier human team, where you have different experts who own their specific roles but work together to get the job done.
So with that, let's actually meet your new AI team. And I really want you to think of them as assistants, not just features. Each one is designed to handle a very specific part of your day-to-day workflow.
First up, meet Wade. Think of Wade as your team's living memory. He's the guy who's read every single runbook, every piece of documentation, every procedure. He's basically your go-to expert for any question you have. And the impact of this is, well, it's huge. It means that a brand new junior operator can get the exact same expert-level step-by-step guidance as a 20-year veteran. And they get it instantly, right inside the alert they're working on. This is how you solve that tribal knowledge problem. You make it available to everyone 24/7.
Next in the lineup is Nora. Nora is your absolute authority on the network inventory. She knows every device, every service, and exactly how everything is connected. She owns the entire network map.
Now, what's so game-changing here is how you interact with her. Forget about those awful complicated forms for adding a new device. With Nora, you can just tell her in plain English what you need to do. That little change makes keeping your inventory accurate almost, well, effortless.
Then we have Oscar. Think of Oscar as the team's supervisor, the one who's always keeping an eye on the big picture. His entire job is to give you a constant, high-level pulse on the health of the entire network.
So you know when your boss walks over and asks, "What's the status right now?" or "Can I get the morning report?" Oscar is the one who gives you that perfect, concise summary right when you need it. He keeps everyone on the same page, especially leadership.
All right, now say hello to Grace. Grace is your communications pro. She handles every single notification that goes out, making sure the right alerts get to the right people at the right time in the right way.
But here's the key. Grace doesn't just blast out noise. She sends smart notifications. She'll batch similar alerts together so you're not overwhelmed, and she'll even pull in troubleshooting steps from Wade. Plus, you can reply directly to her emails to update tickets. It's a genuine two-way conversation.
And last but not least, meet Bruce. Bruce is your integration specialist, and he's here to solve one of the biggest, most frustrating parts of network ops, getting all your different systems to talk to each other.
Just think about this for a second. A project that might take a skilled engineer weeks, like building a new way to understand syslog, which is like a device's diary, or SNMP, its health report. That whole process becomes a simple chat with Bruce. He literally automates the whole thing, writing the code, testing it, and deploying it for you.
And this is absolutely crucial to understand. These agents are not just working alone in silos. They are a real team. For instance, before Grace sends out a single alert, she checks with Wade for troubleshooting tips and with Nora for details on the device. They're all collaborating in the background to give you a result that's way more useful.
Of course, you can't have an amazing AI team without a rock-solid platform for them to run on. So let's take a quick look at the core improvements that really make all of this AI stuff possible.
The documentation really focuses on two big wins here, both designed to cut through the noise. First, device aggregation. This lets you take, say, 100 cable modems on your topology map and collapse them into one single icon. It turns a mess into a clean picture. Second, there's a new centralized logs UI, which means you can see all your logs in one place without ever having to SSH into a device again.
Okay, so a new platform with a team of AI agents sounds cool. But let's ask the real question. Can you actually trust this thing in a live production network? This next part is all about building that confidence.
I want you to remember one number, 369. That's how many automated tests this release goes through. They're validating absolutely everything. Stability, security, performance, you name it. It's a pretty strong statement about just how seriously they take reliability.
And what about upgrades? You know, the thing that gives every network engineer nightmares. Rapax has laid out this super predictable multi-step process. It does checks before it starts, shows you the whole plan, and, most importantly, has automatic health checks and can roll back if anything goes wrong. It's designed to be as safe and painless as possible.
So where is all of this heading? It's pretty clear that this multi-agent team is just the beginning. The whole architecture is a foundation for something much bigger, a future where network operations become more and more autonomous.
The big message here is that this is the future of network ops. The roadmap is already teasing new agents, like a triage specialist, and even one that can automatically fix problems. So it really leaves you with one big question. What could your team get done if they had a dedicated AI team working right there alongside them?